God's message for you in your old age. By the time we reach our later years, our 60s, 70s, or 80s, life begins to look different. The days feel quieter, the pace slows, and familiar faces slowly begin to disappear. The laughter of youth, the busyness of raising children, the hustle of a career, all of it seems like a distant memory. And in the midst of this silence, a deeper question often surfaces. Does my life still matter? Does God still have something to say to me now? The answer is a resounding yes. God's message doesn't end with youth. It doesn't fade with age. In fact, some of His most tender and powerful words are whispered during the twilight of our lives. You may feel overlooked. The phone doesn't ring as much. The house may feel too big. The days too long. Perhaps loved ones have moved on, passed away, or simply grown busy with their own lives. But God sees you. He hasn't forgotten. In Isaiah chapter 46 verse 4, God says, "Even to your old age and gray hairs I am He. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. You are not invisible to the Lord. In fact, you are more precious to Him than ever." He doesn't measure you by how fast you can walk or how much you can still do. He sees your heart, your faith, your quiet endurance. Society often associates aging with stepping aside, with being less useful. But in Scripture, God repeatedly calls the elderly for great purposes. Moses was 80 when he was chosen to lead an entire nation. Abraham became the father of many nations at the age of 100. Anna the prophetess, well into her 80s, served faithfully in the temple. So if you ever wonder whether God can still use you, remember this: God never retires His children. You still have purpose. Your wisdom, your patience, your prayers, they are treasures. You have seen things others haven't. Your words carry weight. Your very presence can calm storms in the hearts of others. Yes, the body grows weaker. Pain lingers longer. There are days when your joints ache and nights when memories hurt more than wounds. You might grieve lost opportunities, mourn people who are gone, or carry regrets from decades past. But none of your pain is wasted. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verses 16 to 17, Paul reminds us, "Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." Every tear you've cried, every silent prayer you've whispered, every lonely night you've faced, God knows them all. He is not distant. He is refining you, drawing you closer, and preparing you for the eternal. Your story, yes, yours, is important. You've lived through wars and peace, through losses and miracles. You've loved deeply, prayed earnestly, and survived storms you thought would drown you. You carry a testimony that no one else can give. And someone, somewhere, needs to hear it. Whether it's your children, grandchildren, a stranger at church, or a friend across the table, your journey can spark hope. You are a witness. Your wrinkles speak of laughter and sorrow. Your hands have held both joy and grief. And your eyes carry the kind of wisdom that only time can teach. Never believe the lie that your story no longer matters. It may be the very story that brings someone else back to faith. Another lie the world tells us is that the best days are behind us. But the Bible tells us otherwise. Psalm chapter 92 verse 14 says, "They will still bear fruit in old age. They will stay fresh and green." That means there is still beauty ahead. There is still joy to be found. Still kindness to be shared. Still prayers to be prayed and answered. Your fruit now may not be in activity, but in presence. It may be in sitting quietly beside someone hurting, in blessing others with your wisdom, in praying for your family when they're too busy to ask. Sunset is not the end, it is the beginning of the most breathtaking colors. Your final chapters could be the most meaningful of all. Maybe you carry regrets. Maybe you wish you had done things differently, said more, loved better, healed sooner. But here's the promise: God is in the business of restoration. In Joel chapter 2 verse 25, He says, "I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten." It's not too late. Not too late to forgive. Not too late to be forgiven. Not too late to start again. If you're still breathing, your story is still being written. Redemption is not bound by age. Whether you're 65 or 95, God can do something new in your life today. And above all else, hear this: you are loved. Deeply, dearly, eternally. Not because of what you've accomplished. Not because of what you can do. But because you are His. He loved you as a child. He loved you as an adult navigating life's chaos. And he loves you now, with your silver hair, slower steps, and quieter voice. His love does not waver. It deepens. You may not feel useful. You may feel forgotten, but you are still his beloved child, still the joy of his heart. And one day, when you close your eyes to this world, you will wake up to his voice saying, "Well done, good and faithful servant, come and rest." Perhaps you've walked with God all your life. Or perhaps you've wandered. Maybe you're not sure what you believe anymore. But here is the good news. The invitation still stands. God's grace doesn't expire. His arms are always open. If you've strayed, you can return. If you've doubted, you can ask again. If you've fallen, you can rise. No matter how old you are, you are not too far gone. The door is still open. The Father is still waiting. And He is filled with joy when His child comes home. So in this season of your life, take heart. These years are not meaningless, they are sacred. You are not being set aside, you are being set apart. God is not finished with you. He is still speaking, still shaping, still loving you more deeply than you can imagine. He walks with you through each sunrise and sunset. He sits beside you in the silence. He smiles at the prayers you whisper alone. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are His, forever.